It's all about proper risk management. Every time I get into a trade, let me talk about this. But every time I get into a trade, there's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio using 1% of the portfolio. Let me explain. Let's just say I wanted to trade this coin, Nadix. Let's just say, please do not do this. This is for an example purpose only, 100% example. Let's just say I like this cup and handle and I like to trade it. And I thought, hey, it's going to go up to that target there. Was it 976? I'd like to get in here, and I'm going to put a stop at a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Why is that? And we're going to talk about all this. What does that mean? What am I saying? So right now, if I were to get into this trade and I were to lose the trade, I would lose 13%. But if I were to win, I would win 41%. All right? That's definitely 13 times 3 is 39, right? That's 41. So it's 3.02. It's a little more than 3-to-1, meaning if I were to risk $50, the $50 should bring me back $150. If I were to risk $100, it should bring me back $300. 1 for 3 in this order, right? So I should turn my 100 into 300 and vice, and you know what I mean? So if I got into this trade now, if I had $10,000 in my account, I can only risk 1% of my portfolio per trade. This is what people don't do and don't understand. So listen, I'd like this trade. I only have $10,000 in my account. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. This is just showing you how you use what's called a stop loss calculator and proper risk management. So Sammy has $10,000 in his account. Sammy sees this trade and would like to take it. Okay? Sammy, what he does is he finds out what 1% is by timesing this by 0.01. And that tells him that $100 is 1%. 1% is 100 of something, right? Because there's 100% in everything. So 100 times 100 is what? $10,000. So if I had $100 bills, I'd have 10,000, meaning I could lose this trade 100 times before I lose all my money. The odds of losing 100 trades straight are almost impossible, even for an inanimate object. At one point, I think that thing will win. You know. But the point here is this. So if I were to take this trade and I were to lose it 7 out of 10 times, and let's just say I risked the $100, right? I would lose 100 times 7, $700. But say I won $300 3 times. That's $900. 900 minus 700 is $200. If the account was a $1,000 account, or you know, it would be up $200. Well, you know what I mean? The point is, you don't have to win every single trade. Heck, there's sometimes I only win 4 out of 10 trades, but I'm still profitable. The only time I've been non-profitable, and you will be too, is when I make this a full port trade out of nowhere, or if out of nowhere I do something out of character to the position size and take a mollywop hit, which then throws me off, because what it does is it makes me upset with myself because I had a strategy that I strayed from and I knew I shouldn't have. So you're kind of in the state of what's called dis-ease at that point, because you knew what you should have done, but you didn't do it. That pisses you off internally. No matter how you try to handle that, it takes a couple days to wiggle that out of yourself. If you're a real person and you really want to talk to who you are, okay? And that's why trading really brings out who you are. It really talks about the fact of everything. It shoves all of your shortcomings into your face. Says you're too fast, you know, you're fickle, you're too emotional, you panic, you know what I mean? You've always been quick with your emotions. You need to calm down. Like, all of our faults, all of the problems that we've had in life before, maybe with employees, maybe with families and friends, maybe blow-ups, emotional times. If you can remember, like me, I've done things I don't agree with. I messed up. I'm a human. And, you know, when I trade quietly in the zone, I do certain things, and I remember those bad character flaws, and they come out in my trading. They hurt. Trading, actually, a lot of people run away from it because it reveals so much about themselves that they're not ready to see. That's why when you become like a trading coach like me, you almost become like, it's almost, you know, there's a lot of mental coaching there too, because it's more about mental processing and mental toughness than it is about anything else. Anyway, back to this idea. So a lot of traders are, and again, if you trade this leverage, it doesn't matter. If it's 10 or 20x leverage, the trade doesn't matter. It's the same trade no matter what. You see, let me see if I can dig this thing out and see if they have this. They may not have it. It would be cool to see if they do, just for fun right now, right? It's a very small coin, yeah, so it's not there. The idea, though, if you were to trade, let's just say this was a viable trade right now. This wasn't here, and you were to trade this, it's the same concept, whether I'm trading spot, swing trading, or leverage. I've got a spot, I'm risking 3-to-1. And then I'm dragging this bar here. And when I'm dragging the bar, I'm like, all right, it's 300 for 1,500. That's 5 to 1. Wow. I'll take a 5 to 1. It's even better than a 3 to 1, right? So the idea is every single time I'm trading, there has to be a better risk-reward ratio, and I must be using 1% or less of my portfolio. As I get bigger and bigger, I use 0.01. Like, heck, I'll have $1 million in the bank, and I'll still trade with a $15,000 account, and I'll only risk $300 of it on a trade. You'll be like, what? Why? Why lose money once you've made it? Why only learn how to gain it over and over again? Learn how to make small amounts. They add up. $100 here, $100 there is $300 a day. You can do that 4 times a week. That's $1,200. If you do that 4 times in a month, that's $4,800. Most people can't. That's another 50 grand in 10 months almost. Most people can't even put that together. You're better than 99% of traders that ever touch the board. And most people don't realize this. So if you can just pay yourself daily small amounts, you're going to be doing better than 99% of other traders. Don't go after those big gains. Those people come and go. Then they disappear. You don't hear from them for weeks. They're up huge. What happened to them? They probably got liquidated, man. The same person that shows big gains are the same person that has multiple altcoin setups up at the same time, acting like it's all gravy, thinking they're not going to get taken out the board. So again, I'm not saying to trade Nadix cup and handle. I'm just using this as a beautiful example. It looks interesting. And I hope you learned a lot today about risk management. All right.